Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It is Wednesday, June the 6th, the year 2018. Let's talk trading. Why you do not get better at trading, part 11. I never thought it'd have this many parts, but it does, and there's probably going to be a few more. Now, we could call this one the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Basically, lamenting over the past, not being in the present. That last trade that you didn't take, it's over. You got to forget about it. One of those forget about it, Vinny type of things. So you really have to just completely forget about it. I think that's part of the hairy hindsight. Oh, yeah, well, you could have done this. So there's going to be many, many times where you're going to be tempted to sit there and stew about it. Just let it go. Focus on here, now, in the present. This trade is all that matters. Like yesterday, we talked about, mastering one thing. And one thing to master, or another thing to master, is really just being present, focused right here, what's going on as you look at your trading screen. And focusing on money and risk management. I should have put that stop loss. No, you have to get rid of that. You have to get rid of that. You do put the stop loss. You don't you don't forget it. You focus on this trade. You make sure that stop loss is there. Okay, as we look at the weekly chart, we can see that all the gaps have filled. So once again, I hope there's a few traders that took advantage of this. I show you it every Sunday/Monday, depending on where you are in the world. And it's a simple trade. You really don't have to think about it. As soon as the market opens, you know which way to trade. Now, you might want to wait and see so you don't get stopped out. But if you trust your stats, you know those caps are going to fill pretty much 90-some% of the time. And you can see here we've got a high of 110.22 and it pushed back on the yen. Let's take a look at the daily. You can see here we had a nice pop out of that daily wick zone. Oh, before I forget, there's a few traders that may have been confused on the donational indicators. They thought that they would get every indicator that I show here. No, that's not really how it works. So I'm supposed to do this. You can see here we've got a couple of 2017s. So that was last year. This is 2018. Even though I did put the 2017 dashboard in the 2018 batches because I've gotten involved in a few other things and I don't have time to rewrite the dashboard right now the way with all the different improvements. So I've added a couple of more columns to the 2017 dashboard for those who've donated in 2018. So you can see here the indicators used on this chart. Okay, so now we've got the buy zone. The buy zone indicator, that's an oldie but goodie. The TRO buy zone, that comes in the MT4 mother loads if you download it off of Crestlick.com. or it comes in the TRO Build 1000 zip file that I send to you that has all the mother lode indicators since forever that I can cram into that zip file. And the TRO HL5 is the one indicator that you can use to basically do all of the different zones. So for example, if you wanted to do a wick zone, you would say show top and bottom, true. You would say show high and low, true. The high here, true, and the low here. And that would give you the wick zone. And then what you'd do is you'd come down here, you'd say 1 day, 1 bar ago. And that would give you the wick zone. So that's how that works. And you can see here on the buy zone, we had a buy trigger, profit right there. You should have, that's almost a scratch trade, a couple pips. Here you go again. It didn't quite make the high, so that would have been another almost a scratch trade or a couple pips. You had a buy here. Once again, oh, maybe a few pips. Or if you just wrote it out, since it never came back down, there you had an opportunity there to make some nice pips. And also, if right here for those people, right here I put the name of the template. Some of these templates may be in the package, some aren't. I think I tried to put the video templates in, but sometimes I make new ones. The rat zone indicator here, TRO rat zone, that's also in the mother lode or the Build 1000 package. And you can see here I'm using a 2016 multimeter right there. So this would not, this is in a 2016 package, not the 2018. And as you can see, we do have a rat zone right here. There really wasn't one, but now we do. We can see green rats looking to go long, so you just have to wait for a signal. Okay, this screen doesn't really have any special indicators. This is one I modified, SDK pivots. One of the modifications is the future pivot point, and you can see price is pretty much right at the future pivot point right now, and every time it moves it recalculates, so you have an idea which way to trade if you like to do the pivots. I don't believe we hit the pivot yet today, so we could still fade the pivot. You have a missed pivot here, and you have a missed pivot here. Okay, now this particular, you see here we've got the 2018 spread dots. We've got a couple 2016 multimeters. We got a 2017. So once again, 2018, you get the spread dots with the history. Price action, as usual. See a 2-ball, green at the line, go long. Here's a 3-ball, red at the line, go short. No hairy hindsight involved, because we do it every day. So you already know what to do ahead of time. Now, once again, let me show you the indicators here. See, these are 2017 multimeter candle color and the dashboard. And right here, once again, using TRO HL5, showing the 5 lines for the previous day. That's inside the brackets there. That's where that shows the previous day. And so right here, you can see it was red at the line. You go short, and you'd be up a few pips. And that particular line was almost at the 110.00. So right there, you can see the breakout to the high, blow off top possibly, and here we come right back down. So, you know, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. I mean, you woulda, coulda, shoulda traded the gaps, and every day you woulda, coulda, shoulda traded these wick zone breakouts. Speaking of the wick zone, right there, that's probably a scratch trade. Right there, there's profit to be made. It would have been a nice profit. Boom, boom. So right now we're back in the wick zone. Look for price to exit the wick zone before the end of the day. And we've got a nice holo set up here. You can see it put in a high on that top. And right now you'd be looking at what, 20, 30 pips profit. See, you woulda, coulda, shoulda. Well, see, maybe you shoulda woke up earlier. Maybe you should have taken that trade. You could have, yeah. And if you were awake, you would have, but that's part of trading. Woulda, coulda, shoulda has no place in trading. It's funny if you go out to my other my alter ego channel. I don't know if I wrote a song called the Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda Blues. I don't know if I've got it out on YouTube or not. I think I do. Okay, we've got the IRBs. You can see here we got a short and long trigger sitting right on top of each other. So right now there was a short trigger just earlier this hour right there that would have paid off a few pips. These IRBs, I like them because I guess they're horizontal lines and they do seem to have some nice payoffs. Okay, and as you can see, we did not hit the pivot. We got close, but not close enough. We've got a low of 76.5, so we missed it by 2 pips. Right there, we missed it by 2 pips. Showing you these indicators. Once again, bars ago pivot. That's a 2016. I'm not sure. I guess these are in the build. I think these are in the build 1000. I just did them. I didn't make them, give them the year. So I think I just put them in the build 1000, but I don't believe I put them in the mother load. Okay, this is my 1 minute scalping screen that I use. You can see we've had buying for the last 132, 138, 39, 40 ticks. So that was good. A lot of buying here. And I'm thinking, once again, I've been working. Let me get rid of, let's see. I've been working with the comments, but I'm going to work on the actual this information. So we're only up 2.3 pips, but we've had 165 ticks of buying. So you can see it's not really moving that fast over the ticks. So I'm thinking I might be doing something similar to the rocket tank indicator, showing how many ticks and how far we've gone. So you can see if it's pushing rapidly or if it's just in a very tight range. But you could have picked up a whopping tick or two off of this trade here. And this is the new return bar. So once again, look for price to return. And the return trades are being pretty profitable. And you can see here we've got two what I'm calling naked bars because they haven't been covered. Meaning you see since this bar put in, there hasn't been a higher high. So these bars have to get covered. Now, I think I got a little bug in it because, see, it went up to here and came down here. This line should not be. So I'm still working out some of the bugs. And just the monthly chart real quick. But fellow traders, you woulda, coulda, shoulda. No, It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So get out there and drain the banks. No more woulda, coulda, shoulda. Drain them.